A special thank you to each of our subscribers who make this channel possible. Here's today's story. In a dramatic escalation of the Trump administration's ongoing battle against drug cartels, at least 87 individuals have lost their lives in military strikes targeting suspected drug vessels. The latest incident occurred on December 4, 2025, when a U.S. military operation resulted in the destruction of a small boat in the eastern Pacific Ocean, killing 4 alleged narco-terrorists. This event marks the 22nd strike conducted by the U.S. military under the directive of Secretary of War Pete Hegseth, raising significant legal and ethical concerns regarding the nature of these operations. The U.S. Southern Command reported that the vessel was intercepted while allegedly transporting illicit narcotics along a well-known drug trafficking route. A video released by the military shows the vessel moving across the water before being engulfed in flames following a missile strike. The incident has reignited debates about the legality of such military actions, particularly in international waters. Critics argue that the strikes may violate international law, especially if they target individuals who are no longer combatants. The Trump administration has framed these military actions as essential to combating the flow of illegal drugs into the United States, particularly blaming Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro for facilitating drug trafficking. Maduro has vehemently denied these allegations, accusing the U.S. of using the operations as a pretext to undermine his government and seize control of Venezuela's oil resources. As scrutiny grows, an investigation is underway in Washington, D.C. concerning the very first strike on September 2nd, which resulted in the deaths of 11 people. Reports have emerged claiming that U.S. Navy Admiral Frank Mitch Bradley was ordered to conduct a follow-up strike to eliminate survivors of the initial attack. This has led to accusations against Secretary Hegseth, who allegedly demanded that all survivors be killed. However, during a briefing, Bradley refuted these claims, asserting that no such directive was given. The fallout from these operations has divided lawmakers along party lines. Republican representatives have largely defended the strikes as lawful and necessary, while Democrats have expressed deep concern over the potential war crimes committed during these operations. Representative Jim Himes described the footage of the September strike as one of the most troubling experiences of his career, highlighting the plight of survivors who were left defenseless in the water. Senator Jack Reed echoed these sentiments, calling for the release of the footage to the public, stating that it confirmed his fears about the administration's military activities. Legal experts have weighed in, arguing that the Pentagon's Law of War manual prohibits attacks on individuals who are incapacitated or shipwrecked unless they pose an immediate threat. This raises serious questions about the legality of the strikes against survivors, which could be classified as war crimes if conducted knowingly. Despite the controversies, Secretary Hegseth has maintained his support for the military's actions, asserting that the strikes are a vital part of the U.S. strategy to combat drug trafficking. He has claimed that the operations are conducted with the utmost care and in accordance with legal standards. However, the increasing number of casualties and the nature of the strikes have sparked protests and calls for accountability from various human rights organizations. As the situation unfolds, the Trump administration faces mounting pressure to justify its aggressive military strategy against drug cartels, with many questioning whether the loss of life is an acceptable cost in the fight against drug trafficking. With investigations ongoing and public opinion divided, the implications of these military actions will continue to reverberate through the political landscape in the months to come. In conclusion, the tragic loss of life in the ongoing war against drug cartels raises significant ethical and legal questions that the Trump administration must address. As the military continues its operations, the need for transparency and accountability has never been more urgent. The world watches closely as the U.S. navigates this complex and dangerous conflict, hoping for a resolution that prioritizes human life and adheres to the rule of law. That's all for this story. We upload videos every day covering many different subjects, so hit that subscribe button to stay informed. Thanks for watching.